Love Them Knives channel here, LTK. We've got Aiorosu the Heng, Heng 14C28N blade. What? No D2? Oh my God. Yes. A respite from the D2 burnout phase. And, hey, it's an actual stainless steel and it's stonewashed. Pretty cool looking knife. And one thing before I get too far down the road, I just want to say hello to Emma Rosario. Your dad bought a knife from me and he asked if I could give you a shout out on one of my videos. And he said you like to watch the knife review videos with him. And so I just want to give you a big shout out, Emma. Apparently, you're a knife queen, so hey, we're all up with that. And your father says he's so proud of you, and you're such a good girl. So I'm just dedicating this review to you, Emma. And take care, my friend, and mind your dad too. Got this from White Mountain Knives. Look at that little surround there. Not bad for a $79 shooter. Comes in a nice zipper case. Hello. Get your little plastic there and a whole lot of no documentation. Zero. There you go. Stonewash blade. Sandblast handle. And we'll take it apart here in a minute. Kind of check out the innards. Looks like it'd be pretty easy to take apart. Got this. Don't have a whole bunch of things running along here. Very open design. Right hand tip up carry. Left hand people. Negatory on that. Nothing. Choil up front for sharpening. Looks pretty nice. Let's see what size it is here. And then we'll get a piece of paper and cut it and everything else. 3.5. A little over 8.25, about 21 centimeters. So it's pretty much on par with like a paramilitary 2. Pretty much same dimensions there. So very similar in that regard. Let's look at this. Thickness 3.2 millimeters and 0.130 in inches thick and 0.443, so it's pretty slender actually at 11.25 millimeters. What does it weigh? Do you like this? Getting all my stats out of the way at the beginning instead of forgetting, and then like 12 minutes in, it's like, oh, damn. 4 ounces, 4.41. Not bad considering it's, and I just rolled by grams, didn't I? 125 grams. So, centered. No lock rock, no blade play. It doesn't exactly have a hydraulic drop to it, but we might do a little adjusting on that when we take it apart, put it back together, that kind of thing. Yeah, that pivot collar. I mean, is that just, well, I'm assuming it's titanium, and I don't know if it's a flamed. I don't know if that is an ano or if that's actual mokutai. Let me see. Here's the stuff from White Mountain. Like I said, $79.99, so with the LTK discount code, 10% off. This is the blue one, by the way. Okay. And, 8.27 overall, right? Blade length, 3.74. Well, it's 3.5 to the closest point on the bolster, so that gives you that. Sandvik steel, obviously, the 14C28N. Manufactured in China, so they didn't say anything about that surround. Did a little machining here on this flipper tab. It's pretty easy to disengage. So that's not a problem. Here's your blade stop up here. You've got jimping on your flipper tab. Got a little machining around here, defining this handle area. And, the hardware is nice considering it's, like a $70 knife. Design flows pretty well. I don't think this is Max Ace made, but it looks like it, doesn't it? It might be. I kept thinking I had looked back there. It's either Stedman or Max Ace related. But, regardless, it is its own brand. Here you go. That information. Not too badly billboarded up. Really open. Kind of gives you a little landing zone here after you flip it open. Detent. Well, that ain't happening. Okay. Maybe a 5. 4.7 to 5, somewhere in there. It's pretty typical of most flippers. It flips open pretty easy. Can I fail it? Yeah, I can fail it. Not a problem. But, just kind of a lazy flip will kick it out. Okay, yeah, it's pretty sharp. Pretty sharp right out of the zipper box, whatever this is. This just looks so much like the Max Ace boxes. I'm assuming it's a Max Ace manufacturer. So, yeah, pretty inexpensive. Really interesting. Like this, what they called sandblast, I guess, here, as far as the handle. And then a little darker, and then blue. So, you've got that. One of the viewers was really interested in seeing this on my channel, so I decided, hey, I'll pick it up, and it's not very expensive. So it's interesting, and yes, I'm kind of prone to liking the Max Ace knives, and I've had some of the Aiorosu knives, like the G10 ones. Those are really inexpensive, and they seem pretty nice, and there's some big dogs in that group. So it's been a while since I've actually had this brand on my channel. The ergos feel pretty good, actually. This front choil isn't so... Some knives, they put this front choil so far back that your second finger is right in the middle of this. But here, it's smaller. My finger fits perfect, and the rest of them can just line up there. So actually, the ergos are great for me. Now you can move forward on here, choke up for finer, and right there, I've got my second finger there. It's still very comfortable. Reverse grip. Yeah, that's good. Finger on the pommel. Not bad. So, relatively light at 4.5 ounces. There's your balance point, so it's pretty well balanced. Drop obviously is probably adjustable, but it's a little stiff still. But, it's not laid over the detent. Check that out. You're done. You're already over. By the time that flipper tab hits your thumb, which is real early, it's over the detent. So, not bad if you're looking for a titanium knife with a stainless, reasonably decent blade, and a little bit of pop to it, a little style, for, under $80. This might be for you. It might be for you. Looks like a number 8 Torx to do all this. I don't see anything that's not a number 8 except this pocket clip, which I don't believe I'll have to detach because it's not going through, so it ought to go. I guess we can go from the presentation side, and that was definitely, wow, there was nothing to taking that off. That was almost scary, actually. Maybe a little Loctite going back in there, thread locker or something. And of course, then you got this middle screw here with the pivot surround, which I don't know if that'll just pop out or, well, let's just take it apart. And there it goes. Wow, okay. Not bad. There's your steel washer. Oh, check this out. Multi-row ceramic bearings. 79 pistoles, huh? Well, that's not too bad. It's a little goopy for the kind of lube I'm looking for. Oh, D-shaped pivot. Well, okay, that stabilizes it, doesn't, but it's just machined right there. I mean, it'll turn here. It's just machined there so that if you try and turn the screw on the outside, it's not going to turn the whole thing. Okay, that's nice. Comes from the back there. So we've got ceramic bearings, hardened steel insert, ceramic detent ball. There's your standoffs, and there's your blade stop, which, you know, come right out, go right back in. Not a problem there. So, all right, yeah, a little bit of lube there too on that. And of course, you know, there's your pivot as well, which is probably a screw in the middle of this as well. So probably a 3-piece pivot. Well, here we are, complete disassembly, and there ain't a whole lot to it. You got this. Of course, you know, I could take this off and, you know, all this stuff too, the spacers if I want to, but no. And here's your steel washers, and I didn't pop them out either, just cleaned them up. Boy, the goop that was on there was like they were packing wheel bearings from back in the day. Remember how they just really packed the grease into those? Whew, years and years ago. And you know what? These are relatively purged, not well done, but as done as they're going to be. Okay, so let's build this thing back. And put this right through there. Just got KPL. Hey, I'm starting to get low on this stuff. There we go. Back again. Throw my blade on. Come on, buddy boy. This is pretty much a nothing construct here, isn't it? Wow. It's all a whole bunch of easy. And okay. Let's rotate it back around to this. And here's my, I think we're done. Put the middle screw in here. Put that there. And this nicely done screw right here. So it seems solid with the hardware and everything. Looks centered. Pretty good. Let's see what the action is like. Well, let's see if we got any play first. No, we got no play. Yeah. Which one were we messing with? I got this a little bit too complex. Yeah, that's better. And still centered. That's much better. Okay, so what do we got? No play. Okay, so we had a little bit of adjustment room in there without hurting anything. And that's definitely a better drop. That's definitely a better drop than it was. So we relaxed that a little bit. And if you were going to do this for good and for true, you might want to put a little thread locker there, and at least on this side and maybe this side going in Just some really light stuff, though. Don't get carried away. And there's your lockup. Pretty shy. 20%'s bragging, probably. But it seems pretty solid. I'm not getting any lock rock or any problems there. But over time, don't worry. Over time, it'll wear in. Yes, back. Nice action. If you like this design on the Heng, Heng, if that's how you pronounce it, if you like this design, yeah, I don't see a problem with owning it. It's not that heavy. And it was kind of interesting. Of course, there's no weight relieving on the inside of the scales, but it's not that heavy. So, did you really need to do that? And the milling stuff, maybe they could have done a little bit. And then you have to be sensitive to the pricing too, as far as, minimizing the amount of machine work. And therefore, no backspacer, which I would have preferred, but this is definitely a very open design. Also keeps the weight down a bit. So this may be something that you like. I think it's a a good value at the price relative to the kinds of materials that are in there. If that's flamed or if that's anode or whatever, it still took a little extra work to do, and gives a little bit of pizzazz. All right, I'm going to let you go. Hey, Emma, it was good to talk to you. Take care. And you know what we do around here. We love them knives. So you guys stay sharp.